This is 97.9 WRMF, Palm Beach.
Stacy's on here from Wellington. Stacy, what do we have in the mystery box today?
Toenails?
Toenails, yeah, we'll go with that.
We do have toenails, but we've got a kind of a buffet of toenails. We have got, so Suits, Denny's, myself have been growing out our toenails just for this bit. But we also have, we've got one of Denny's neighbors. We have one of my neighbors. We also have a few members of the Snack Pack's toenails in there as well.
Wow.
And one of the neighbors, he kind of had jaundice nails.
Oh, yeah, that was the yellowish brown one I saw.
That would be his.
Yeah.
I've seen your neighbor.
You have. You've seen one of them.
Yes. Next game is we play Guess Whose They Are by Taste.
Oh.
Do you want to see what you...
No, I don't want to look at it. I'm just going to live over here in ignorance.
Yeah. Look at that, Kevin. Look how big that one is. That one's from the neighbor.
Were they growing that from birth?
That's from the neighbor.
That's disgusting.
I can't.
That is disgusting.
I can't with you.
Wash your hands, though. The coronas.
I did.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. So don't get her pissed. It's Jason, called so you spaz. And they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Well, here we go. We got Friday going. What's up, everybody? Yeah.
What's up? What's up?
Oh, happy Friday. Ready for a big old weekend. Yeah. Well, it's just one of them days. Some days things just don't line up for you. You know, it's like today I'm trying to squeeze all these things in life, and my son has these flag football games that are just way past my bedtime. But I'm trying to be good old dad, so I'm trying to readjust my life, get everything going.
To change the script.
Well, the problem is I keep such a regular schedule because I know I'm on time. And there's so much stuff you got to do to be able to show up here and have a show ready every single day that if every little I is not dotted and every T crossed, something's messed up and it ain't going to fly. So I'm having to rearrange everything. And then sometimes you're just spitballing. You don't know if you have enough time. So I think I got everything good. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to be shaving it real close. I get in my Jeep and it won't go over 40 miles an hour. And I'm like, go figure, today's the day. Yeah, it's got the engine light on. And then just when I'm like, please kick it up, it decided to go from 40 to 20 miles an hour. So
what a weird problem.
Yeah, it's not good. So I think that's luckily I rolled it into the parking lot.
Is it a manual?
No, it's an automatic.
It's automatic.
Yeah, what are you going to break down and fix it?
It sounds like a transmission issue.
Now, do you have a V6 or a V8?
Not sure.
Okay.
I have no idea. All I know is it won't go over 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's definitely transmission.
It might be the A-nator.
Yeah.
Alternator, yeah.
It's definitely not the alternator.
Yeah, so I was just like, man, oh man, just rolling the dice. Sometimes it just comes up snake eyes.
Let me ask you a question, because people always ask me, what time do y'all wake up? What is the latest the Kevin Ralston can wake up to where things can still be sort of functional? If it all went to hell, what's the latest you can wake up?
I gotta be on the group by 4:30 just to get the bare bones.
So if you woke up at 4:15, you still could make it happen?
Yeah,
okay.
If the Jeep goes over 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
When the Jeep does not, and that was like I said, it's just, I always got so many balls in the air. If you throw me one extra one, which is the Jeep not going over 40 miles an hour, then you're just like, okay, the whole house of cards crumbles.
That is one of the things about a routine in the morning. If you have everything ready and everything goes great, you can make it. But one little curveball.
That's all it was.
You're done.
That was the curveball, Jeep not going over 40, then 20 miles an hour. I'm like, there's no way today I'm making it on time.
What kind of problem is that in a car? Have you ever even heard of that?
It's transmission. It's definitely your transmission.
It's the cheap.
It's not cheap. That's all I know. And whatever it is, it's not cheap.
It's not hundreds. It's thousands.
Yeah, it might be time to wax the Jeep.
And it's a nice Jeep.
Yeah, that thing might be going bye-bye. I don't know. We'll see what the verdict is. But good news is I'm here and it's Friday.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, coming up in just a sec, I will let you know what's going on with Harvey Weinstein. He had a big day yesterday. Details on what's going on with him coming up in just a second. Before we get into that, Pete Davidson still talking about Ariana Grande. Is this all he talks about now?
No, I think it's a big part of his, comedy routine and interview kind of stylings type thing.
It's what anyone who's not a Saturday Night Live fan knows him for.
And she's got to be like, really?
All right.
Can you move on, please?
Keep my name out your mouth.
She threw the first fire. I'm sorry, but she did. She put his name in a song, so I think he gets the right.
I know, but that song came out a year ago.
Good point.
And what was this? What does it say? Pete Davidson, or is it
She does put
Pete?
his name. Yeah, she says something
And
about.
for Pete, I'm thankful.
Okay.
But it's been over a year.
Oh, I got you.
She's also she's not been completely nice about Pete. I'm just saying. All right.
Are you taking Pete's side?
No.
He is, no
Pete
doubt.
needs to move on. It's
Agreed.
been a bit, Pete.
Agreed.
But here he is. I guess he's giving her a little credit, so I like that.
Okay.
It's really annoying because, like, I live in Staten Island and they come there now because, like, Ariana Grande made me all famous and stuff. So she, like, it's all her fault. It is. She sent the wolves on me. Now, she made me and created me or whatever they say. So it sucks. It's so embarrassing because, like, I have a family that, like, my mom has to go to work, you know, and there's these weirdos outside. And it's embarrassing and it sucks.
She made me. She created me.
He was a stand-up phenom, though. A lot of people don't realize. When he was 16, 17, he was opening up for major comedians.
Wow.
David Letterman and Kim Kardashian spent the afternoon together. The duo was seen leaving a CVS with a shopping cart full of goodies. A camera crew was following them. No word on whether or not they were filming for his show or her show, but you can bet you're going to see Kim Kardashian and David Letterman in an upcoming episode of somebody's show.
I give a B+ for CVS snacks. They're at a B+ level for snack.
Sometimes they'll have their snacks on sale, which I do appreciate. They'll have like buy one, get one free on their snacks, or they'll have like buy one, get one 50% off. But their regularly priced snacks are way inflated.
They are inflated, but they do serve frozen pizza. They sell frozen pizza, so that's kind of a positive.
They don't have sugar babies on a regular basis, and so my family gets pissed. Walgreens does have sugar babies on a regular basis. Step it up, CVS.
What's sugar babies? Baby covered in sugar?
No, they're little candies. Oh, Kevin don't know about no candy.
Fat Kevin does.
Fat Kevin.
Can we get Fat
Wasn't
Kevin?
in my era.
But you got to go back to the 80s to talk to him.
Yeah, I don't think when I was a fat kid I ever had those
Sugar
things.
babies?
Explain
No
to
idea.
him what they are.
So they're like the size of like Raisinets, but they're just a caramel nugget
Okay.
with a sugar coating.
Okay.
And when they get a little hard, they're delicious. I leave them out for a few days. A little bit of a harder on the outside sugar baby is lovely.
Okay.
Surprisingly, not my favorite snack. Not my, I'm not a big Rolo or a Sugar Baby fan. They're all that caramel, overly sugar.
Rolos are too wet. I can't do Rolos, but what I like about the Sugar Baby is it's got a little chewiness to it. I like a little, you have to work your
Like to
teeth.
chew your baby.
See, I love a wet snack. I like wet. You got me wet snacks from Louisiana.
I did.
And I loved them. They were good. They were very good.
Ooey gooey cake.
She got me so many ooey gooey. That was the main
okay.
selling point.
Yeah.
Ooey and gooey.
Yeah.
And finally here, what's going on with Harvey Weinstein? He is now officially on Rikers Island, which I have a friend who actually went to jail there and told me it was horrific.
What did your friend do?
He fought with a foreman that was doing the construction job in New York City on his property, and he got like 6 weeks in jail.
Okay. Prison?
Yeah, he went to Rikers Island.
Wow.
And he says it is no joke, horrible, awful, the worst thing he's ever had to experience.
Dang.
So, yeah, Harvey Weinstein now on Rikers Island. He had been at the Bellevue Hospital until yesterday. They put a stent into his heart. They did this whole procedure after they determined he had a blockage. But, I mean, wow, talk about no time to recover. You get your stent on one day and you go to Rikers Island the next.
Yeah.
Karma, baby.
That is karma, baby. And that is what's going on in your dirt of the day.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids, hide your wife.
Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, what it takes to go viral, get your 6-year-old to sing some Fly me to the moon.
Virginia, I know your husband Panda loves to sing this song on karaoke. This kid nails it.
It's a great song.
Okay, how does the 6-year-old do? Wow, that's just peaceful, isn't it?
I love it.
Roll
That's
back over and go to
sweet.
bed. That is adorable.
You gotta watch the whole thing.
More KVJ Show? Find everything KVJ at KVJShow.com.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What are you thinking about today, Jbird?
Well, we do that feature every Wednesday now, World Record Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I just saw a legend yesterday set a world record. Joey Chestnut, Virginia. 32 Big Macs in 38 minutes.
Wow.
That's insane.
I want to attempt.
That is insane.
So should I attempt that on Wednesday? Is that a good one? How many do you think I can eat in 38 minutes? If you had to guess.
4,
No, I could definitely do more than 4.
5.
maybe.
No,
I mean, that's
what?
just unattainable.
In 38 minutes?
Yeah.
You think I can only do 5?
Yeah.
So now we have to do this. My pride is on the line. In your opinion, what would be considered decent? I know there's no way I'm going to come close to that.
2?
No. I'm being serious. In 38
I
minutes.
am too.
You don't think I can eat 2 Big Macs in 38 minutes?
I don't think you can get over 5. You're not gonna leap over 5.
Interesting. Okay. Well, do you want to do that on Wednesday then?
Yeah.
All right. So now
I don't know. I mean, how many should he buy though, Virginia? Because you might.
That's expensive. I
Yeah.
mean, I
don't buy. I'm not going to buy 32. I won't buy that many.
Yeah, so you get 38 minutes, and it's how many you can knock down. I mean, I think that it would probably the first one. Yeah, you'll plow through it. You'd be like, hey, look at this. I did the first one in like 2 minutes or something like that. You'd be like, yay. And then the second one will take you like 3. And then by the time you get to the third one, and then keep in mind, as soon as you barf, you're out.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember Fat Jason. I could definitely do at least 8 of those in 38 minutes. And I'm gonna go double digits. You don't think I could do double
digits, 10 in 38 minutes?
You don't think, you
No
really
way.
don't believe that?
No, I do not. I'm sorry. I just don't
Wow. Okay. Well, I am definitely doing this on Wednesday
believe it.
then.
He's very shocked by my
double digits is a
prognosis.
lot.
That's 38 minutes though. That's 2
I
episodes.
understand, but that's a Big Mac.
Big is in the name of it.
Right.
So Big Macs, in my opinion, are smaller than the Whopper. Big Macs aren't that. They're
Whopper's big too.
Whoppers are
It's called
big.
the Whopper.
Whopper's wider, but Big Mac's taller.
Big Mac.
Big Mac has 2 patties. Whopper has 1.
Yeah, but the Whopper patty, it's so much bigger, and I feel like the Whopper patty's also thicker. There's more condiments on that. I really do think that the Big Mac's slightly smaller than the Whopper.
We should weigh them.
love
What
it.
weighs more, a
I
Big
love it.
Mac or a Whopper?
Get into the hard-hitting topics.
This is the science that this show
Oh.
is going to bring you.
What do you want to talk about? Politics? This is what we do.
I feel like they're going to weigh the same.
I don't know, and I'm not here to argue.
I
the
feel like
weight.
a Big Mac's heavier. I
I
think it's because
agree.
of the special sauce and the gunk on it.
Oh, you know this man gets extra sauce.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
again, when's the last time Kevin's even held a Whopper, let alone seen a Whopper? You don't know what's in a Whopper. They're massive. Now, if
Yeah.
I was talking to Fat Kevin, I'd have a little respect.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
he's
Okay.
got no respect for Keto Kev.
Oh, 0 respect. In the food world, as a person, I love Keto Kev. In the food world, 0 respect. Okay, so is that a good one to try on Wednesday?
Yeah, it's a good one to try because I think we've got a serious debate. I mean, a lot of times these world record attempts, yeah, not that you're going to accomplish it, but it's like, how far could you go?
Okay, Kevin thinks I'm a 5 man. And
I think 5's pretty good, actually. 5 in 38 minutes, I think is a good score.
feelings are hurt, Virginia.
I think you'll do more than 5.
Okay.
But I don't think you'll get in double digits. I just don't.
All right. I love it.
Heather in the chat room says, so I take it Bird has bailed on his diet.
It's an interesting comment, Heather.
This is
There's no answer.
chasing greatness, Heather.
There's no answer. It's just, that's an interesting comment.
Dog,
We'll leave it at that.
I still got to make a living over here. I got to do what I do. This is my shtick. This is my act. I still got to keep the lights on, baby.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we don't have a yes or a no to the diet.
No, I am. I'm down. I'm actually down 2 pounds right
Okay.
now.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not going completely ape poop.
All right.
I'll have a little bit of this. I'm cutting out my soda. I'm back to my vitamin water, which is a big big thing for me.
Okay.
And usually by the third week of me doing what I'm doing right now, that's when I hit my stride. So we're getting there.
Okay.
Down to Big Mac Wednesday.
Okay. All right, Virginia, what you got on your mind today?
Well, you know, and I know I can't speak for everybody in the room, but for me, like, every day life is just a race. I'm just trying to keep up with what I'm supposed to do. I check my list, make sure I got everything done on my to-do list, and then I can go to bed. And then the next day, I just have to look at the list and see what I'm supposed to do that day. And so sometimes stuff like falls in the cracks. So yesterday, I got the whole itinerary of what I'm going to be doing at the Taste of Little Italy, and I totally forgot that I had signed up to do a cooking demo.
Oh, you have?
On Saturday at 3 o'clock. I was like,
Oh, wow.
So, Jbird, you're Italian. Jbird, you love cheese. All I have to do is put together some kind of recipe that I can make that is including Galbani cheese. And you know, I love seafood. I would like to do maybe something with a little seafood in it. What do you think I should make? I got to put it together so I can have it for 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon at the cooking demo.
What if you did this? I don't see it that often. What if you did a aquatic shrimp or whatever your crab calzone? Cheese, marinara, and then you put some shrimp or some crab or some clam in there.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, so it's official. You heard it here.
The shrimp calzone.
The shrimp calzone is coming to
Okay.
you. Port St. Lucie.
I would go
Saturday, 3 o'clock at the Taste of Little Italy.
And I think you should stuff the hell out of it. Stuff it with cheese, sauce, and shrimp, baby.
What do you think as far as like herbs and stuff for seasoning?
Stay away from what is that? Basil. Stay away from basil. It's a bully ingredient, and it turns people off if you use too much of it.
What do you feel about like
garlic,
parsley, Italian parsley,
Go with
garlic?
It. I love it.
All right.
Yeah, a little oregano.
Okay.
But stay away from basil. Controversial topping.
No basil.
Or ingredient, I should
Do you
say.
mind if I put some onions in it?
I'm not an onion guy.
I know.
It makes a lot of the population fart. So I don't know.
Really? Is there a stat on that?
Yes.
We don't need to up the rates of Port St. Lucie farts.
Yeah, no,
I don't want to be labeled with the person that caused more Port St. Lucie farts.
I like what Meredith said, lobster calzone, if you want to get real fancy.
Ooh, lobster is delicious. It's expensive, though.
Yeah, it is.
I got to feed like 100 people.
All right, then go back to
Homegirl wants shrimp.
imitation crab meat.
Well, the Marlins are changing things up a good bit. It'd be interesting to see what they do here with the product on the field. They're trying to change that, but they're changing the stadium as well. A lot of baseball stadiums are because baseball is kind of boring. So they're trying to do things to make it kind of like more livable space. And it's almost like, I notice, like, for instance, when you go to the Honda Classic, it's the party and the socializing first for a lot of people, and then the golf is second. Now, you do have your diehards, but they've really grown the Honda Classic by making it a social event.
There's two groups. There's the group that shushes, and there's the group that gets shushed.
Right, yeah.
I'm in the group that gets shushed a lot.
Yeah. So the Marlins, I think, are kind of realizing the baseball needs to maybe take that play as well, because it's a slower moving sport and such. And so a lot of times now you want to create a social environment, especially here in South Florida. The game a lot of times becomes secondary. So I don't know if this is a good move or not, but since Derek Jeter's taken over the Miami Marlins, they've been making some changes to the stadium. They got rid of the home run sculpture that they had out there about a year ago, and they kind of like made a more walkable space that is out there. We could kind of hang out there and just kind of stand and watch the game.
That Romeo Brito or whatever thing is gone. That thing was cool.
Is that who did the sculpture? Yeah, they moved that out front.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not in the stadium anymore, and that space they took and kind of made another walkable area.
Not to be too baseball-y, but if you have a home run hitter or two that stays on the Marlins over 5 years, you would see an increase in attendance, in my opinion.
Think so. Yeah.
Well, of course.
Well, I think it's kind of a twofold. They're trying to, start young and build up some players and be able to afford them and maybe do that. So hopefully the product on the field will get better too.
Keep them though. Build a dynasty. That's how you're gonna. That's how you'll get loyalty. Keep the players.
It's kind of looking like a good move to get rid of Stanton, though. Guy's only played like 18 games since he left.
No, he's played more than that.
Has he?
Way more. Absolutely. Stanton, since he left the Marlins? Yeah, he had one really good year with the Yankees.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what they're trying to do now is they're getting rid of the pool that they had out there. Remember the Clevelander nightclub?
Oh, I love that.
And they had these scantily painted ladies that were dancing on the poles.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, I think they're getting rid of that. That's still going to be open up to, people in the crowd that can come and watch the game from there, but they're not going to have the pool going where you can sit in the pool and watch and all that. And I kind of thought that was a cool, niche-y type thing that,
it's Florida.
Yeah, I thought that it kind of made something a little bit different. So I guess I'll have to wait and see what they do with the space. And not that I ever was going to sit there in the pool and watch the game, but it was just kind of neat to see it out there and have it going on. It added something different to the ballpark.
It's Instagrammable.
That's kind of what I thought. Yeah, it kind of made it a novelty.
It's fun. It made us cool. And when you think of Florida, you think of bikinis. And, oh, look, here's girls in a pool in bikinis at the game.
Unless someone says Jacksonville, Florida, you're like, all right, okay, I'm not thinking bikinis anymore.
No, I'm not a fan of Jacksonville.
You're not?
No.
Okay.
I had to drive through it coming back from New Orleans.
I wasn't a big fan of Jacksonville
I don't
either.
like it.
No? You got to see the right part of Jacksonville.
Bad
right.
memories.
You're right. I had bad memories in Jacksonville, too.
Yeah. We've got some decent parts here and there.
I haven't seen them.
So anyway, we'll see what the stadium looks like. Spring training's still going on. They're going to be in just a couple more weeks. Spring training is, believe it or not, I mean, it's they're starting, I think, the soonest ever.
I know it's going on quite a while. There's games up until I think the 27th.
Yeah, I think the regular season starts like the 26th, 27th, somewhere there. So you've still got a full, I think at least 2 to 3 weekends left of spring training baseball if you want to get out. How much money do you need to be happy in the state of Florida? Now, there's this new study out that found in almost all 50 states, you need to make over $90,000 a year to truly be happy and stress-free.
That's individually?
I would assume probably for the household, $90,000.
Okay.
And if you do that, I think that's reasonable. Anything less than that, you're going to be stressed constantly about bills, making ends meet, paycheck to paycheck, all those kind of things.
Yeah.
That would be my guess, is that it would be household income. Now, Mississippi right now is the cheapest state to achieve happiness. Not to say you're going to move there, but it's $89,000 a year.
But you're in Mississippi, so are you really that happy?
Yeah. Hawaii, the most expensive to be truly happy and stress-free, $201,000.
Whoa.
Annually.
You're paying for that landscape, baby.
Everything is more expensive there, too.
Have you ever been to Hawaii? I hear it's amazing.
My mom went, and she said it was gorgeous, like just breathtaking.
So is it basically Florida, but better?
Yeah, I think it's like cooler with mountains. Like the whole, there's no humidity, my mom said. It was just
Really? Wow.
beautiful.
Flowers and Spam.
The flowers, and then you have like the mountains and the ocean like together.
And I also heard that people are very kind and nice there. But I mean, I don't know if that's accurate. I've never been. I've heard the same thing about Canada.
The only thing I know about it is I watched Dog the Bounty Hunter, and he lives there, and it looks beautiful.
Okay.
I'm sure he doesn't stand out with his mullet.
It's not cheap, though. So in Florida, how much money do you need to be truly happy and stress-free? They say a salary of $103,110 to be happy, and anywhere from $59,000 to $74,000 for emotional well-being. So I guess you could be, we're all right. I'm not completely stressed, but I wouldn't say I'm necessarily happy. So if you're anywhere between $59,000 and $74,000, that's where your status would be. 103 or over, then you're truly happy in the state of Florida. That's what they're saying in this study.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah, it's all relative, too, to like, what are your bills?
What are your bills? What's your situation living at home? Do you like the people you live with?
Do you have kids?
Yeah.
Because if you have kids and you're trying to do it on that money, it's different than if you're single trying to do it on that money.
Well, a $60,000 salary is way different if you are solo compared to $60,000 with 2 kids.
Yeah. Imagine you're a single mom with 2 kids trying to make it happen.
Or a single dad.
Yeah, or a single dad. It's different.
Yeah. It's what you have or what you choose to spend your money on. And I was just kind of curious, here in South Florida, that's the thing where, there are ways and places you can go that you can say, hey, I'm getting a lot for my money. And I think all of us like to say that. But there's just on the flip side, so easily, you can just feel like, gosh, that to me is one of the worst feelings. To feel like you paid a lot of money for something that you just didn't even get close to the return on your investment on.
Delivery through the delivery services. You pay all that money and you eat. And I've actually I've been ordering less to try to save some money. And you get into this whole thing like, yes, I spent all that money and I'm still kind of hungry. Or I spent all that money and they forgot something. Or I spent all that money and it wasn't that good. It's a dangerous game, that delivery service.
Don't look at the service charges.
I can't. I looked at it 2 months ago in my little online banking. I was sickened by myself.
That's just kind of it. When you spend a lot of money on something and you just don't feel fulfilled.
Yes.
Gosh, why did I spend that money? You just beat yourself up about it.
I'm okay if I spend it on a meal and I loved it and it was a great experience, but a crappy meal, man.
Yeah. What is the most overpriced item you've purchased? And we asked this on our Facebook and our Instagram because, I'm still holding on over a year later, those mimosas I bought at the Honda Classic for $30 each. I was like, gosh.
$30 for one mimosa is ridiculous.
I keep shaking my head and I'm like, I get it. It's my birthday.
No.
I get it. But
that's upsetting.
I still I can't let it go.
I'm with you.
It's just crazy. And so we were asking that. And here's some of the responses that we got. Eddie said $28 for a glass of wine on South Beach. That I would say is my second. I was on Collins and got like a cocktail, and it was like $25. I'm like, and it felt like it was about 3 ounces.
That happened to me. Same thing. South Beach.
Yeah.
3 vodka drinks, just vodka and soda, and the tab was $90.
It's insane.
I was like, wait, what?
Totally not worth it. You didn't even feel the effects of it. You're like, gosh, I'm standing here sober.
You saw what happened when I ordered grilled cheese for everybody in South Beach.
Now they know why I roll up with the cooler. I always check into my hotel room with a cooler.
I get it.
Yeah.
You should.
You should.
Eddie also said he spent $30 on a hamburger at the Ritz-Carlton.
Oh.
$30 hamburger. That's where you're just like, gosh, I just spent $30 on a hamburger.
I spent almost $40 on a pizza, and it wasn't that good.
Really?
Yeah, it was a fancy pizza. You all know the place, and I got it was like a mid-range pizza. That's how much money it was.
40?
Almost, I think it was like 38 and some change. Then you got the tip and all that, and it was not a very good pizza.
That's terrible.
Kind of small, too.
Dang.
Jill said, I spent $12.50 for a Bud Light at a Marlins game, and then I saw the same huge can at Walmart for $2.50.
Yeah.
You're like, damn it.
That's rough.
$2,400 bottle of whiskey.
Ooh.
And Jameson tasted just as good.
Oh.
I kind of find that all these whiskeys, they all taste the same, man. The end goal is the same.
Yeah. Most overpriced thing you purchased, Karen said, a bottled water at Sinopolis.
Yeah, I've seen people buy $9 bottle of water. And
Yeah,
it's insane.
that is real because they give you the big one. They're like, oh, it's 24 ounces, so we can charge $9. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I mean, the markup on that
is ridiculous and maddening. There's not even any alcohol in it.
It's maddening.
Sarah said Starbucks. I know a lot of people were doing that. Also, a hot dog at Disney's Wide World of Sports. Everything Disney is going to cost you a ton of money. Also going to the South Florida Fair. Kyle said $45 super hard Pikachu stuffed animal from the fair. Technically, I paid $45 so my son could, quote, win it. I then found a fair store and they were selling them for $25.
Oh.
Tough.
That's tough, man.
Gerald said most overpriced item I've purchased, hotel rooms in Tallahassee on football game weekends. I hear you. The other one's got me is my son's graduation. $600 a night, 3-night minimum.
Ooh.
I mean,
that's unbelievable. You thought I had the University of Michigan before.
$600 a night for a hotel room?
Yeah.
I mean,
$1,800 commitment.
Ridiculous.
It's insane, isn't it?
When me and Denny's went up north a couple hours to see Corey Feldman, at the end of the day, that was almost a $400 venture to see Corey Feldman and then not actually go to the VIP.
Yeah, tickets will get you. Some people said $600, 2 tickets to see Coldplay. Stacy said $750 for Adam Sandler tickets.
I mean, we're talking
$750.
We're talking Sandler versus a Feldman. Feldman, we did to travel, to get gas.
Yeah, you way overpaid.
Way overpaid.
Yeah. Kimberly said Broadway shows, same thing, way overpaid. Kristen's World on Instagram said, yeah, most overpriced item is a VIP section at a strip club so my drunk sister could go in there and fall asleep. That's tough.
Yeah, but in a strip club, bottle service. Oh,
And stay awake.
you got to stay awake. I mean,
It is.
You just got to.
Well, it's disrespectful to the dancers.
So overpriced. Yeezys. Watches, $5,600 for an Omega watch, somebody said.
Whoa.
Sunglasses, way too much money. Handbags, somebody else said that I spent $600 on a blanket.
What?
Tiffany spent $1,000 on shears, but I still love them. That's crazy. $1,000 for shears?
Is that because she's a hairstylist?
I don't know, maybe.
Some of those scissors they use are ridiculously expensive. I gave Rocco a haircut in the kitchen 2 nights ago, and I used
Bam.
kitchen scissors.
You feel like you got a bang for your buck.
They were $10.
He looks like he's living in the backwoods, but look,
Oh, it doesn't look good.
my dad used to cut my hair too, and it was terrible.
But he's 4. I tricked him. I'm like, hey, you want to do something fun? A haircut in the kitchen? He was like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, honestly, you don't ever want to overpay for kid stuff.
You're right.
It doesn't matter. Toys at the dollar store, they're good. Kylie's lip kit, overpriced. Textbooks for college.
Big time.
HOA fees. Oh, don't you feel like that's so overpriced?
Oh my gosh. Some of these places in South Florida, the HOA fee is the same as your mortgage.
That's what the problem is with Denny's and myself now trying to find a house out in Palm Beach Gardens. We'll find a house that is in a decent price. Like, oh, we can totally swing this. Then you look at the HOA fees.
And the HOA is like $1,200 a month. You're like, what?
What a bunch of crooks. Crooks, I tell you.
Yeah. Somebody texted in and said, I spent $4,000 for my horse saddle. All the equestrian stuff is so overpriced.
The other thing, too, and I'm not trying to come down on the veterinarian industry, but if your dog or cat gets sick and you have to go to get some emergency, it is not cheap. I've had to do it with Chewy twice. 2 visits to the doctor with Chewy, over $4,000.
Wow. Yeah.
That's only 2 That's non-vet stuff. That's emergency.
Sylvia had said she's at $10K plus.
Oh, my
so
God.
far on her elderly dogs.
That's just it.
Elderly dog.
Yes.
It's Chewy's elderly too, and he ain't getting any younger. And the
It ain't gonna
ailments-
get cheaper either.
It's not gonna get cheaper.
That burns.
Yep. Somebody upset they overpaid for really bad weed. Yep. Get that. Dawn said she spent $700 on a plate. But they were in a store that had plates as much as $450,000, and we were too embarrassed to back out of the deal. You ever do that? Where
Yes.
You almost like, I don't want to look like I'm a cheapskate, and then you just kind of almost, your ego has gotten you into a bad deal.
I did that with Justin's wedding, Virginia's friend. I went to an actual suit place. I usually go to the Goodwill. I get $9 suits. I went to a real suit place, and this guy helped me for a good 25 minutes, and I thought it was going to be, like $200. I get to the front. That'll be $620. I'm like, there was a line behind me, and I was shaking as I gave my debit card. Wow. I was embarrassed to not.
I hope this goes through.
And it wasn't that good of a suit. I walk up, and Virginia goes, you look like a funeral director. $600.
Somebody paid $800 for one ticket to see Phil Collins.
Whoa.
Whoa.
In the 80s, right?
Sounds like today. Might be that Genesis tour. Somebody just said in a text, yeah, $40 for a bad lap dance. That's Miami prices.
My friend, consider you're lucky you got out with just 40.
Yeah, that's low.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And have you ever gone to Sugar in Miami? $30 for a drink. I know my daughter went there.
Yes, Magnolia had a birthday celebration there.
Yep.
And what they do is they serve the kids these giant drinks and these goblets.
Yeah.
And they've got the nitrogen in them so that it starts like smoking as soon as like they pour it.
There's some pretty ridiculous cover charges for bars and clubs that really don't have anybody in there either. You ever do that? You go into a fancy club, it's $40 to get in, and nobody is in there?
That's sad.
Yeah.
That's sad.
I was telling you, for spring break, they're doing that. My daughter, it was a minimum of $45 just to go to America's Backyard in Lauderdale.
And just, stand and look at people?
Pretty much, yep.
That's so annoying.
Yeah. So, a lot of crazy stuff you can spend your money on. You want to jump into the conversation? It's both on the Facebook and the Instagram for KVJ.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, coming up in just a second in your Dirt of the Day, yeah, what's going on with Flav Flav? Did he get fired from Public Enemy or not? Who is calling the shots? Flav Flav gets real with us coming up in just a second. Before we get into that, it looks like R. Kelly could be in more trouble, and I love it. So he had a private stash of a bunch of electronic devices, iPads, cell phones, hard drives. He kept them in a secret storage facility, and prosecutors found them, the same prosecutors that are coming after him in Chicago. So now, yes, over 100 different devices are going to be combed through by the prosecution team, and his federal trial has now been pushed from April 27th to October 13th. They want to go through all of these devices and hard drives and cell phones and collect evidence that I'm sure will be not good for him, because from what we've heard, the rumor is that he liked to videotape a lot of his encounters, and a lot of them were with underage women.
That's the problem with all these underage crimes. He's actually creating future evidence against himself.
Yes.
Well, he's a pervert and an egomaniac.
Exactly. And so he's documented all of this and really kind of given a golden nugget to the prosecution.
Anybody that releases a 45-minute song and thinks that that's going to fly, they're definitely egotistical.
Lizzo this week was all upset with TikTok. We told you about how they had taken her down off of TikTok, and she was all upset because she believed she had been removed from TikTok because she's a plus-size woman and they couldn't handle all of her deliciousness, when they were letting other women that were smaller and wearing the same amount of clothing stay up on TikTok.
Okay.
But TikTok has now put her back up, put the video back up. Now, they said initially they thought it was her in her underwear, but after looking closer and realizing, okay, it's her in a swimsuit, they put it back up there and apologized.
We brought this up a couple weeks ago on the show. It is one of the dumbest things we have in society, that we try to distinguish between underwear and bikinis have less fabric than most underwear, yet underwear is like, oh, they're in their underwear. We can't show that.
It's the same.
It's actually not the same even. The bikinis usually are worse
Yeah.
and more scandalous than the underwear, but it's their underwear.
Yeah, think about granny panties versus some
Yes,
of these
they would take
bikinis
down
you
granny
see.
panties, but leave the bikini. I'm like, wait, what? What are we doing?
Well, it looks like Demi Lovato is talking a little bit with Ellen DeGeneres about what exactly led to her relapse. Here she is from yesterday's show with Ellen.
Over the years, it progressively got worse and worse with people checking what my orders at Starbucks were. Just little things like that, it led me to being really, really unhappy. My bulimia got really bad, and I asked for help, and I didn't receive the help that I needed. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm 6 years sober, but I'm miserable. I'm even more miserable than I was when I was drinking. Why am I sober? I reached out to the people that were on my team, and they responded with, like, you're being very selfish. This would ruin things for not just you, but for us as well. My core issues are abandonment from my birth father. So when they left, they totally played on that fear, and I felt completely abandoned, so I drank.
Huh. Core issues. Sounds like something they dig up in therapy.
Yes, it does.
Wow.
Abandonment from my birth father.
And that's why she drinks. I drink because of Virginia. We all got our thing.
That's your core issue?
It's my core issue.
Your
Kev.
core issue is Virginia. It's bullying.
Looking at you, I think you have other issues.
What are you talking
but,
about? This is a brand new Yeti shirt. I'm crushing my outfit today.
It's a Christmas shirt.
Okay, first of all, we all don't go to Sunday Style State Fair to get our fancy ass outfits, okay?
Well, you could. They do have some men's stuff in there, too.
Oh, there you go.
And finally here, what is going on with the Flav Flav Public Enemy drama? Now, we told you that Chuck D fired him from the band.
Yeah.
But Flav Flav is now commenting on that firing and saying Chuck D doesn't have the right
Yeah, basically saying, yeah, what are you doing?
When I seen them using my picture to advertise that Public Enemy was performing for Bernie Sanders, yes, I had a fit. Why? Because Public Enemy wasn't performing for Bernie Sanders. It was just Chuck D and whoever he has with him. Public Enemy is only Public Enemy when myself and Chuck D is together. But when Chuck D is by himself, he's not Public Enemy. When I'm by myself, I'm not Public Enemy. Chuck doesn't own the whole group by himself. He owns it along with me. So he can't fire me, and I can't fire him.
Okay.
Interesting.
I agree with Flav. If Kevin does a KVJ event, doesn't tell me and you about it, it's just him out there. Is that really a KVJ event?
No, it's a K event.
It's a K event.
Right, exactly.
I'd go as a fan because I love his act.
No, you're right. Not KVJ.
Front row cheering.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what's going on in your Dirt of the Day, brought to you by the Taste of Little Italy. It's going on all this weekend at Tradition in Port St. Lucie. It's the best of Italian food and music and culture and all kinds of fun. So we'll see you out there this weekend. Free admission for the Taste of Little Italy.
Celebrities having a birthday today. Former Miami Heat superstar won an NBA championship with D. Wade back in the day, like 2006. Shaquille O'Neal, 48 years old today. Happy birthday to Shaq. And I think she's one of the most underrated TV stars, maybe of all time. I love Connie Britton. She was in Friday Night Lights, and that was such a good TV show, but I know she's done Nashville, and she's done some 911 show, and she's done a gazillion different shows. She's 53 today. She's the redhead that you've probably seen in one of your favorite shows. Also, happy 9th birthday goes out to Sophia. That's from Mommy, Daddy, Roscoe, and Tiki. Happy birthday to Didi Lala Grayson from Zeb and Mommy. You got a birthday shout out from first baseball game. Stevie had sent this in, and they got him from us on the KVJ Show for singing badly. That's what it says in the email, at least. And there you can go. You can see some family photos of them.
Is that Roger? It looks like Roger Dean.
That is Roger Dean Stadium, absolutely.
Good time right there.
Yeah, that is. That's some fun stuff. Also, happy birthday to my amazing husband, John. Best dad to our son, Jackson. And our bulldog, Bruno. That's from Michelle. Got our beautiful daughter, Hannah, turning 14 from mom, dad, Sarah, and Anya. And a happy early birthday to Selena. An amazing daughter and a big sister. She'll be 17 on Sunday from dad, Sarah, Abriana, and Carmina. There you go.
I forgot to say, too, yesterday was my sister's birthday.
Oh.
Sister.
Yes, Maggie. Happy birthday, Maggie.
Want a birthday on the KVJ Show? It's easy to do. Just send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com, and we'll give you the hookup. All right, time for the No Name Movie Game. An American in Paris going to be playing at the Kravis Center. You could be going for free if you can partner up with a member of the KVJ Show and bring home the win here today. Going to start off with Virginia, and her partner Brittany is on here from Pompano Beach. Hello, Brittany.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Okay, well, you are partnered up with the champ, so you are lucky and looking like the favorite right now, Brittany.
All right, yeah, let's do it. This is the first time I've tried to call, and I got through, so I'm so excited.
Wow.
Just don't think about what's
for the
online.
No Name movie game, at least.
Just don't think about all the people listening. Don't think about, what's on the line here.
Don't try to get in my partner's head.
Well, it's okay. I beat Jbird at Fact and Fiction last year at around this time, so it's no problem. We'll beat Jbird.
I love it. I like the confidence, and I like the little sassy Southern accent you got going on.
I do too, actually.
Adorable.
Okay, well, Virginia's going to give you the clues to the movie. She can't use any actors' names, any characters' names, or any words from the title of the movie. All right, you got 60 seconds on the clock, and your time begins now.
Pass. It's what you do. The girls dance on the bar. They spray guys with water.
Oh, Coyote Ugly.
Yes. She is the female nanny. She's British. She flies in on an umbrella.
Mary Poppins.
Yes. It's a sign up that tells you can't puff on ciggies.
No smoking.
Yes. They're blue. La, 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 la. Yes.
That's Smurf.
It's a video game and it's a film. They're pissed off and they're flying in the air.
Angry Birds. Angry Birds.
Yes.
Angry Birds.
He's tough. He talks like this, and he's got multiple movies. Pass. That's hard. This is where you go to gamble.
Say that again?
Where you go to gamble. They have slot machines.
Casino.
Yes.
Casino.
Pass on that. You drink it. It's white. Cows make it.
Milk.
Good.
Milk.
Okay. All right. You got possible 7. I kind of have a little bit of an issue with the Angry Birds, just because she said the Angry Birds. It's the Angry Birds movie. Kind of missed a word out of that title there.
Give it to the witch, because then
all right,
it'll be easier, Kev, because then you're gonna hear.
You want to hear an Angry Bird?
Yeah, exactly.
So that puts, if with that one, it puts Virginia at 7.
So
you just want to just go ahead and just give the tickets away and just move on.
Congratulations, Brittany.
Yep. Okay, well, let's go with Jeff and Stuart here to partner up with Denny's. Hello, Jeff.
Hey, how's it going today?
Good. All right. Denny's, I don't believe you've gotten a win yet this year.
No, but weirdly, I have like the most, guessed questions, right?
Yeah,
like,
I think you're second behind Virginia.
I don't know how that works.
You're more than Bird, but he's got 2 wins, you got none.
Do me a favor. Take down the witch.
All right.
A loss for the witch is a win for the bird. Can I get an amen?
Take her down, because I know I can't.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't think I can.
Okay.
All right, 8 spot.
Come on, Dennis.
That's what you need for an outright win here in 60 seconds.
Got this, mijo.
No name movie game,
Wait,
and
we need 8?
You need
Yeah.
8 for an outright win. Yes,
I can
7
tell-
for a tie.
I can tell you're shook about that.
Gotta go
Okay.
quick, Dennis.
Oh, yes.
All right, here you go. Your time begins now.
It is a war film. They send someone over to find a certain person and bring him back to their family.
Saving Private Ryan.
Yep. This is if you know what's going on. You would be considered. It's a phrase to explain what you know what's going on. It's also you can make it with a shoelace. You can make this shape. Pass that one. G7 stuff. This is blank and everything nice. It's an old expression. It's also 2
Sugar and
things.
spice.
Yep. This is if you are struck by a vehicle and then they flee. What is that called?
Hit and run.
Yep. This is a cop duo from the 70s. One had puffy hair, the other one had blonde
Starsky
hair.
and Hutch?
Yep. This is, that's not a knife. This is a knife.
Crocodile Dundee.
Yep, you got it. This is a style of dancing where they don't quite strip, but it's very va-va-va-voom. It's like an old
Tango.
French word. It's an odd one too.
Moulin Rouge.
Pass that one. It's kind of that same style dancing.
Close, Dennis.
Yeah, good effort. You got 5 spot in there, Denny's.
Gosh, I feel like he got 10.
He was. They did pretty well there for a
It's on
second.
point. Burlesque was that one. That's a tough one.
Hey, good effort, mijo.
In the Loop was the other.
Okay. Hate to say, but Jbird's contestant has dropped off. So I guess when he said just might as well give it to Virginia, she's like, all right. So I don't know if she thought that was the end of the game, but she's no longer there. So.
You get it disqualified?
Yeah, a DQ.
I'm sure it was the phones.
Yeah, probably.
It ain't the DQ you like. It ain't Dairy Queen.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so I'm not going to play, and Virginia's going to insult me?
Probably, yeah. That sounds about right.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
if you're cool with this, the way it's shaken down, you're in charge.
I don't know what to do without a contestant.
You're the boss.
It's kind of a challenge.
This is taking a turn.
Yeah, it's kind of like trying to play football without a ball.
You're in charge. Whatever you decide, we got to go with Kevin is God.
Well, we'll just wait.
Phone ain't ringing.
All right. Then move along.
No. We want to get somebody on here.
Let's
People are like, there's no way.
let's prolong my losing.
Oh, okay, we got somebody here. Danielle from Boca wants to give this a shot. Hello, Danielle.
Hello.
Danielle, I'm not going to lie. The odds are stacked against us. And are you there? Danielle?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can. I need this bad, but I don't know if I'm going to get it. Okay, let's just get into this. It's
Really hard to hear you guys.
it's hard to hear.
Volume up on my phone. Maybe better.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, what?
Can you hear me when I go quack? Can you hear that?
I can hear you.
Okay.
You got this, Bird.
I mean, he couldn't even say it with a straight face.
Wow.
Denny started laughing halfway.
Wow.
I hope you can hear me.
Wow. Okay. All right. We ready to do this?
Are
Yeah,
you
ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Oh, boy.
What will the outcome be?
Oh, you know.
Jbird's got to beat 7
is
in
that it?
60 seconds.
Come on, what's her Michelle?
No.
Megan?
No. Danielle.
Danielle.
All right.
Michelle.
Yes.
Megan.
Scream real loud for me so I can hear you.
She can barely hear you. Yeah.
I need you to be real loud.
Yeah, she needs you to be real loud. The connection's terrible and she can't hear you.
Did she say I'm hard of hearing?
Let's hope not.
I don't know. All right.
All I know is
really
this is...
bad. I can hear y'all, but it's
Yeah. It's just terrible phone chemistry for everybody here.
Uh-oh.
All right.
This is a real Rocky story right here.
But very typical of the bird.
All right. Gosh, no one likes an annoying winner.
She's just sitting over there polishing her belt, getting ready.
I know.
Okay, here you go.
1920s Casablanca dress. All right, here we go.
All right, 60 seconds are on the clock. In the No Name Movie game, Jbird and Danielle, your time begins now.
Freedom! Freedom! It's a huge movie back in the day. What? Can you hear that?
Braveheart.
Yes! Okay, if you kick me in the nards and it's at Christmas time and it's on a stage, what would that be called? If you kick me in the nards, at Christmas time, it's a
jingle bells, jingle balls.
No, think about it. You. What's another name for nards? And it's a I don't know, a legume or a pass. Booty dancing.
You can't say dancing.
Pass. I just took these pills. Oh my gosh. The madness going on. Why is this madness happening? Because I have these going on after I take pills. Pass, Denny's. Crazy pigs. What's the synonym of crazy pig?
Ooh. Wow.
Wow. Can't believe it. Oh.
1.
Oh, she got 1.
I'm so happy we got 1. That's a victory.
Well, that was
jeez.
Quite around there.
Do we even want to upload that for people to listen to later?
We'll have a fast forward warning on that. Why don't we get through this quickly? All right, Virginia, you're the champ again. Your partner's got tickets to an American in Paris.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Brittany.
On that one. Yeah, very nice there. Brittany, enjoy that show coming up at the Kravis Center on March 15th. Okay, so Kyle's wife's got a psychic. 5 years ago, she nailed apparently one prediction, and now the wife buys into everything she's saying. But some of these things are now starting to adversely affect Kyle's life. Like his wife canceled their travel plans for the holidays to go see his family because the psychic said that she saw death in their travels. So they didn't go there. Now the psychic is seeing him as a violent drunk, and so his wife's like, no more drinking for you. He's like, I'm not a drunk and I'm not violent. So what's going on here? So what does he do to try to deal with this psychic? Some people are suggesting that maybe Kyle needs to get his own psychic. And you can start working predictions that apparently she's making that are coming true in your life. Or you could have a psychic off, other than maybe just keeping the track records of the psychic that you have.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad thing. Fight fire with fire. Get your own psychic.
That should go well. I don't see a problem with psychic wars going on in a household.
Mm-hmm. This is an interesting review that somebody has of this that they just text in. This psychic has no powers. Everything she says is a result of consulting demons, and those demons are now trying to put up walls so she leaves her husband and they can possess her or make her life miserable. Think about it. Disconnect from the in-laws and disconnect from the husband. I also question if the psychic has ulterior motives in all of this and wants to isolate her for her own personal benefit.
Ooh.
Oh, that's very nefarious, dark,
Yes,
disturbing.
it is.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But if you're looking at it from that dark side, I mean, they do say that the demons try to create drama. They try to separate you from your family.
Yes. Mm-hmm. If that is the thing. Mm-hmm.
If you believe in that thing, then
Right.
it does appear that this psychic is trying to do just exactly that.
And sometimes you can give things power self-fulfilling prophecy kind of things. You think something's going to happen, you think it's going to happen, and then you kind of make it happen.
Kyle said that he should start going to the same psychic and see what she says to him. Well, she maybe be like, hey, your wife's a drunk. She needs to stop drinking. Okay, perfect.
Wait a minute. I've heard this before.
Yeah. Cindy from Boynton has got a thought on this. With your own psychic, what's your comment, Cindy?
Well, when I lived in Ohio, go Buckeyes, I had a psychic, and she, I have to say, she was right, I'd say maybe 90% of the time.
Wow.
But she also was someone that would say, you know, this doesn't always work that way, and it can be wrong at times. And so, like I said, she was right most of the time, but she was wrong one major time. And so I understand that. You just have to go into it with that mindset, and if it's a good psychic, they'll tell you. They're not going to tell you they're right 100% of the time, because that's not how it works.
Okay.
And by the way, you had asked if anybody made their major decisions consulting psychics.
Mm-hmm.
And Nancy and Ronald Reagan were very famous for that. They had a psychic, and before they made a major decision, they would consult the psychic.
Really?
Were they doing that with our government?
Well, I don't know that. I do know that they have a psychic, though.
Interesting.
But, I mean, again, I don't judge that, because I did have a psychic, and she was fun to go to. It was just fun.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, and it sounds like this is not so much fun for Kyle because, the wife is believing everything that the psychic is saying, and it's always going against him.
And he does maybe need to get in there and book his own appointment with this same psychic and get her on his payroll, too. And
Definitely don't think that's the right move, because she's already in. She's grandfathered in with. They have a relationship.
Yeah.
He's going into the lion's den.
Right.
I would not trust that psychic.
Mm-hmm. Somebody texted in and said, I am not a psychic, but I see a divorce in Kyle's future.
Oh, we hope not.
No, I know. I hope not, too. I think he's trying to avoid this. He wants to get a little bit of peace back in his life, and he's trying to figure out exactly how to do it. Yeah, this is a tough situation right now. A few suggestions there, but if you can't get her to budge off of it, it'll be interesting to see exactly where this winds up going. So, the psychic told him one thing, and I'm wondering how many people have got a reading from a psychic and changed plans, maybe travel plans or a decision, because do psychics often say, I could see physical harm coming to you or possible death? Does that happen often in a reading?
I had a psychic one time that was like giving my friend a reading, and I wasn't even involved. I was really worried about my friend. I did not like the man she was with, and so a lot of it had to do with him. And so the psychic was at my house. My girlfriend came over to my house, and I was kind of in the bedroom, and she was in the living room talking to the psychic. And then after she left, because the psychic just laid it out for her and said, look, this guy is no good, and here's A, B, C, D, all these reasons why. The psychic actually said to me that she didn't even tell my friend everything, because a lot of times these psychics, they give you bad information, and then you get so upset. You go get behind the wheel of your car, and you get into a car wreck because you're not thinking clearly, and you're all upset by all this bad information. The psychic said she didn't even tell my friend everything bad. She wanted to hold back for her own sanity, so she didn't know how bad it really was.
I think you want a psychic that's going to be truthful, good or bad. I know some psychics stay away from giving you bad readings. That's not their thing, and I don't agree with that either.
Yeah, but I do agree with if they've already told you 3 bad things, maybe don't pile on and tell you 5 and 6 and 7.
Your life is falling apart, and the psychic sees it, but they just don't want to give you too much.
You got to give somebody a little hope.
Right.
And so they're not so just mentally distraught that they go out and drive home and get in a car wreck.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm just kind of wondering if anybody's ever been in that kind of situation where just one decision has saved you from death. Those are always fascinating stories for me, where the decision not to maybe go somewhere or do something like saved your life. You decide not to get on a plane, it crashes, get in a car, and something happens. Those are always fascinating. If you got something to share, 877-979-9763. Got some Feel Good Fridays as well. Got a nice little win for the week. You can pump us up with that too. Text it into the KVJ Show. Got to tell you, these stories are always really kind of interesting. This is stories where people have been just one decision away from death. We were talking about the psychic thing, and the psychic was like, if you choose to go on holiday travels, it could be deadly. Do you listen to a psychic when they tell you that? And all these stories are really kind of fascinating. Somebody said when I was 24, a psychic told me that I would die in a car accident by the time I was 40. And I would wake up and think that always something bad was going to happen. And yeah, think about 3 to 5 times a day. And now I'm 41, and I'm so annoyed that bothered me and cursed me for like 16, 17 years.
That's messed up.
That is kind of messed up. Yeah, that it never came true. And you thought that you always were going to die in a car accident. So you're freaking out for 16 years.
I would love to just get complete honesty from that psychic and find out, okay, did you just make that up, or did the universe really tell you she was going to die?
It'd be worthwhile kind of asking, be like, yeah, hey, what was that all about?
Tell us the truth.
I mean, I've lived like in this mental jail for 16 years.
Damn.
Somebody else said, maybe you've heard the story, Seth MacFarlane, the guy behind Family Guy, was scheduled to be on American Airlines Flight 11, but he got hammered the night before and was so hungover he missed the flight, and that was the first flight to crash into the North Tower of the World Trade Center on September 11th, 2001.
I mean,
there's a lot of those stories down here for so many New Yorkers. Yeah, somebody said I was a national broker dealer, and we were supposed to head to New York for something in the World Trade Center that day, and something happened, got off our mark and didn't get there. Would have been in the building when the planes hit.
How scary is that?
I know. Crazy. Yeah, somebody talked about a wooden roller coaster that they were on, and they rode it all day long, and their mom's like, come on, we got to go, please, one more time. And that one more time, the coaster crashed.
They weren't on it, though?
They weren't on it. Yeah.
Wow. Because Mom made them leave.
My mama intuition. You got to listen. There's something real about that mama intuition.
Jeez.
Yeah. A lot of things about car crashes, too. And somebody said in 2014 when I was at FSU, I decided to not go to the library. I just had a weird feeling about it, and there was an active shooter there that night.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Craziness. I think, Jbird, you're saying, too, once upon a time, you had a friend who was going to go on a road trip, and at the last second they didn't feel well, and they decided to cancel minutes before the trip, and he found out the people he's going to go with got into a car crash and died on the road.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Just something told him not to go. He was kind of running late anyway, and it did not feel right. And then the people that went on that trip died.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't it be nice to find out what is that what is that thing that says, nah, don't do it?
I don't want to know. If I skirted death because of a decision I made.
But what was it was telling you that just compelled you to be like, I have a bad feeling about this?
But when all the people that are in the car that you were supposed to be in died.
Yeah.
That's glaring and it's in your face.
Yep.
And then you think about it. I wonder if your friend has like survivor's guilt.
You also have those stories where a sister will feel something terrible go, like something's wrong on her stomach, and then 3 hours later she finds out her brother or sister's passed away states away.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Got Danny on here from West Palm with a near-death story. What happened with you, Danny?
Oh, yeah, good morning, guys.
Morning.
So I was in college, sort of like an on-campus work program.
Mm-hmm.
And the pool heater had been overheating or whatever. So we went to check on that to fix it. I was leaning against the wall or sitting down. I can't really remember, but I dropped my cell phone. And then when I bent down to pick my cell phone up, I didn't sit in the exact same spot. And that's when the heater to the pool just blew up. And blew a 3-foot hole in the wall right where my head was at.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
And if you hadn't bent over to pick up your phone, your head would have been annihilated?
Yeah, I picked my phone up, and for some reason I stood over like 1 foot, and then that's when I heard a big boom, and I looked to my left, and you can see like outside to the street.
Whoa.
Wow. Do you live like with a new? Do you live with like a new motivation on life, Danny? That you got something to accomplish?
This was in '99. It was a while ago, but I definitely do though. I definitely do.
Yeah, I can imagine that. You'd be like going, there's a reason why I'm around. Somebody said at 21, a psychic told me to stay away from helicopters, so I refuse now to get on one. I mean, is that the right play?
No, it's not. Because I had a psychic tell me I should marry somebody, and the person was completely not the right person to marry. You can't listen always.
Yeah.
You can't believe in a psychic that gives you bad information either. Like if you go to somebody and they keep telling you stuff that doesn't happen, you got to move on.
And don't believe a psychic that says they're 100%. There's nobody on this planet that has 100% Rotten Tomatoes score. I'm sorry. You got to stay clear of those.
Right. Absolutely. Well, fascinating stuff. Got anything you want to share with us? 877-979-9763 here at the KVJ Show.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, coming up in a second, we'll let you hear a clip from Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. Hillary Clinton was on there last night. What's she talking about coming up in your dirt? Before we get into that, I love when celebrities do good and raise money for charity, and they put their money where their mouth is. Two great stories. Taylor Swift just gave $1 million to help out with the Tennessee Emergency Response Fund from that tornado relief stuff that they're raising money for. And Drew Brees just shaved his head and raised $7 million for the Boston Children's Hospital.
Good for him.
Wow, I love that. So hats off to Drew Brees and Taylor Swift for putting their money where their mouth is. We love that. There's a video out there trending of Post Malone stumbling across the stage during one of his shows, and now everybody's saying, oh my gosh, is he dealing with addiction, and is he okay?
After one stumble?
I guess.
Oh my gosh.
I guess he is looking like he's definitely on something, people are saying. I watched the video, and I don't know. I'm torn. I mean, he could be on something, or he could just be really passionate.
There also might be some stuff going on behind the scenes where there's rumors of him on something, and then this comes out.
Right. Well, go see the videos for yourself. I just watched them on Twitter, and I don't know.
Yeah, we got it on our Twitter account right now, and you can see it. And if you go to the Twitter page that they have, there is the one video that is on there. And yeah, it is weird. It's almost like he can't stand up. And then there are a couple others where his mannerisms are very off, and seems like he's kind of like, if you ever seen anybody who's on drugs, kind of the way his eyes are, and he's kind of, his hands shaking and tweaking a little bit. And so, I don't know. People watching him think that's the case. And you got all these other stories of people who have had overdoses here recently.
Yeah,
Mac
people are
Millers and
concerned.
such. Yeah.
They're really just saying, we love you too much, Post Malone. We don't want to lose you. So that is a sweet sentiment. People really do care about him. Mm-hmm. Katy Perry made it official. We told you yesterday she's pregnant, but here she is, dropping the details.
Okay. Katy Perry?
Yes.
All right.
There's a lot that will be happening this summer. Not only will I be giving birth, literally, but also figuratively to something you guys have been waiting for. I am excited, we're excited, and happy, and it's probably the longest secret I've ever had to keep.
Okay, so there you go. And finally here, Hillary Clinton last night on Watch What Happens Live. Does this mean that she's going to get political again? I don't know. Is that where you go if you're going to get political?
She's just been kind of like sitting, waiting for everybody to take everybody out, and then she's going to jump in the last minute.
She's been quiet.
I don't know if you go to Watch What Happens Live, though. Is that where you go?
You'd be surprised where people go when it comes to politics.
What do I know? Literally, about politics, nothing.
Huh.
Interesting.
Okay. There's something going on, too. I guess they got a project that's happening. Did you hear about what her husband Bill was saying on this Hulu special about Monica Lewinsky? Sounds like he's basically admitting that, we did have that full-out affair, and it was what I did to manage my anxiety of being president.
I was stressed out being the president, so I had to boink interns.
That's really kind of it. Yeah.
I get it that it's stressful, but that's not a good way to do it. I'm sorry. Get a stress ball, do some yoga, medicate, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if you want the president to medicate. I don't know if that's good either.
I'd rather him medicate than start hooking up with all the interns.
Mm-hmm.
Pop a few pills, have a Xanax, chill out.
Bill Clinton says when he met Monica Lewinsky, the pressure of the job was too much, and he thought, well, here's something that'll take your mind off of it for a while.
It relaxes me.
Yeah, it's good. So he said he felt terrible that her life was defined stand by the affair after, but then he said that at some point when things don't return to normal, you got to decide how to define normal. Thank you, Bill.
Interesting.
Your Bill Clinton sounds just like my 11th grade English teacher. I know you don't know who that is, but you're nailing it.
Okay, good. It works either way.
And that's what's going on in your dirt. Brought to you by the Taste of Little Italy. It happens all this weekend at Tradition in Port St. Lucie. It's a free festival with Italian food and music and culture and fun and rides for the kids. So we'll see you out there this weekend in Tradition for the Taste of Little Italy.
All right, coming up here in a second, fun little game. We're going to try to figure out which one of the ladies that we have on the line is Jbird's actual ex.
It's somebody that I had a relationship with. There's history there. Because people are already asking, is it just a couple dates? No, it's somebody that I have history with.
Do I know said lady friend?
I don't think I should give any answers because I think that's going to ruin
Not
the
yet.
game. Yeah,
Not yet.
Step off.
Yeah, not yet. Okay, we'll get to that coming up as Denny's gets them all ready to go. A few Feel-Good Fridays here. We have positive news for the weekend. Lisa in Pompano just booked her flight for her daughter Amanda and granddaughter Kaylee to come visit for the first time from New York.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Also, my husband and I did a 28-day detox together. Collectively, we lost almost 29 pounds.
Nice.
He rocked it, so proud of him. Also, somebody else turned in their 2-week resignation at my corporate job to transition into owner of the company. My mom started. It feels so good. Somebody else said, today's my last day at work. I'm going to take the next 3 months to do whatever I want until grad school. That's a good feeling, isn't it?
Wow.
And somebody else said my granddaughter Ellie's first birthday's on Saturday, and she's being baptized on Sunday. So that's some fun stuff to do for your weekend.
Panda's birthday's tomorrow.
Oh, Panda.
Yes.
A lot of birthdays this week, Virginia.
I know. It's a party.
How about that?
Panda gang birthday love?
Oh, yeah. You know it.
Okay. All right, well, let's see here which one of these ladies is actually Jbird's ex. That is the name of the game that we got here. We've got Kristen on the line. Hello, Kristen.
Hello.
We've also got Lauren. Hello, Lauren.
Hi.
And then Jen is here. Hello, Jen.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay. One of these ladies is one of Jbird's ex-girlfriends. Which one is actually the ex? Virginia, I know you like to pry and to probe into Jbird's love life.
Oh, nothing better than a little probe in the bird.
Well, here's the time to
lay down face first.
Keep in mind
the
now,
probe is coming.
You got 2 ringers in there that are not real.
2 ringers that aren't real, and 1 girl that you did actually date.
Absolutely.
And do I know her?
Again, why you want to ruin the game? That's my act.
Okay. All right, Virginia, I'll let you have the first crack at this. What is the first question you have for all 3 of these ladies?
So I ask one question and they all answer it.
Yes, they do. And then you'll just try to decide which one you think is the legit.
Even Denny's doesn't know the answer.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right. What is your question, Virginia?
Okay, I'll start with an easy one. Tell me about the best restaurant date that Jbird ever took you on. Where did you go? What did you get? All that kind of stuff.
Okay, we'll have you answer first, Kristen.
Well, we had our first date at Sailfish Marina, so that's always nice and fancy. And I don't eat seafood, but I wanted to go there because I love the atmosphere. So I had a salad. And, Jay had fish, and everything was great.
Okay. How about you, Lauren?
Well, our first date was at the Waterway Cafe, but I think my favorite date was when Jay cooked for me.
Oh, what did he make?
He made a lovely steak. At the time, he wasn't, vegetarian, so it was very well made, one of the best steaks I've ever had.
Well, the boy brings the meat.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the meat.
I'm going to stay back and just let this develop.
And how about you, Jen? What is your answer to this question?
Probably the first date was at TGI Fridays, and we both enjoyed some chicken fingers and honey mustard. I'd say another great one was when we ate that in the parking lot.
Okay. All right, these are all pretty good answers so far.
Wait, he brought you to a restaurant and you stayed in the parking lot? Tell me about that.
No. There's one of the other ones that we had that included chicken fingers was in a parking lot, which was a good date.
Classy.
You don't know what happened, if this is even real.
Parking lot date.
Okay. All right, my question to try to find out which one of these three ladies is actually Jbird's ex-girlfriend. I'm sure Jbird got you something at some point, a gift. What is the gift that stands out the most during the course of your relationship, Kristen?
Well, we dated like many years ago, like back when the show like first started. So he was just always thoughtful. Anytime he'd go out, he would bring something. You know, we didn't date a long time. It was like short-lived, 3 months, but he was always thinking of me, and you know, quality time I think would be the best gift overall.
Okay.
Quality time.
Quality
Look at
time.
that.
All
That's
you
what he
wanted is him.
Yeah.
He's
He's
the
elusive.
gift.
Yeah.
He's
in
the
demand.
gift.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah. Lauren, what do you say about the gift that stood out that Jbird gave you during the course of your relationship?
Yeah. Besides his meat, what did he give you?
He gave me plenty of meat. But
All right, I know she's not real.
Just disqualified herself.
maybe small, but he knows exactly how to.
Oh, okay.
Okay, she's back in.
Yep, you're right.
She's back
She's
in.
out, now she's in.
She's now the leader.
Damn, why you gotta put me on blast like that?
Love it.
Hey, you put yourself on blast, honey. But the greatest gift he gave me, it was actually very thoughtful because I had a lovely name bracelet that had my name on it.
Okay.
And I always wanted a necklace, and he got me a necklace that said Lauren. It was so cute. Nice little gold
necklace.
Yes.
What a lovely gentleman he
Was
is.
it made of pearls?
All right, keep it clean, Sydney.
Good Lord.
I'm just asking. I love pearls.
And Jen, what is your answer to the gift that Jbird supposedly got you during the course of your relationship?
Well, we were very young, so I would say at the time the greatest gift was probably all of the guitar playing and the singing that took place.
Oh, really? There's a lot of that, huh?
He's a regular serenading Romeo.
Oh, you know he is, Virginia. Yes,
Why you
know
pipe
he
down,
is.
Virginia?
Wow.
I'm asking questions. Why don't you pipe down?
Don't you have to get ready for the 9th dirt of the day today?
Okay. All right. Virginia, what is your next question here as we try to figure out which one of these is actually Jbird's ex-girlfriend?
All right, it's time to step it up a little bit.
Okay.
Ladies, in your most adventurous bedroom moment with the bird, I mean, I'm thinking like the one that was the most crazy, wild, sexy. What did you guys do? And was there any role playing?
Okay.
Very layered question, ladies.
We'll start with you, Kristen.
Isn't this an after the show podcast type question?
No.
Keep it clean.
Yeah,
Keep it
something
clean.
you gotta say
Keep
to the
it
radio
clean,
audience.
and then
yes.
of course, if there was any role play, we need to know characters and everything.
Yeah, what you got,
Oh,
Kristen?
come on. I'm not going to out him like that.
You can.
I'm not doing that.
It's okay.
No.
Okay.
I mean, you guys know he's a very passionate guy.
We
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah,
know.
I
Oh,
mean-
okay. All right. That's fine. Hey, you know what? You can say a lot and not saying anything at all. Lauren, do you have an
Yeah,
answer for what happened in the bedroom?
No, I won't leave it at that.
Okay. Lauren, what about you?
I'm kind of in the same boat as Kristen, but
Uh-huh.
I will say he definitely gave me an experience that I've never had before, and it was surprisingly nice. And he's one of the tops in my head when I go for any other relationship.
Okay. All right. And Jen,
Yeah, Jen. You got a lot to measure up to.
what is your answer here?
My answer is that there was not a lot of time for any of that because we were young and innocent, and he left for school.
Okay. All right. All right. How about that, Jen? Interesting. Okay, this is the final question here, Virginia, and then we got to give our answers. Which one of these ladies is Jbird's actual ex-girlfriend?
Do you have a front runner right now?
I mean, I know who I want it to
I
be.
do.
You do have a front runner, Kat.
I do, yeah. I got a front runner right now.
I'm having a hard time between content and like my brain is telling me they're fighting.
Okay, well, let's see if this question helps out here. Final one here as we try to figure out which one of these girls is actually Jbird's ex-girlfriend. Tell me why the relationship ended, Kristen. What was the reason given? Why did it all end? I mean, it was a dream, obviously.
Kristen.
Why did the dream die?
Why did it die,
Kristen?
Well, unfortunately, it was my fault. Again, we were young and dumb. I was dumb, rather. He found a text on my phone one night. I had a number under a different name, and he kind of caught on to that. I was out of a long relationship, and I was still talking to my ex. And, I mean, in a sense, Jay does not like cheers, and I kind of screwed it up.
Okay.
Ugh, you scarlet letter, you.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah.
You don't do the bird dirty
No.
and live to tell.
Get him wrong.
Hurt the bird.
Get him wrong.
Hurt our baby.
Lauren, how about you? Why did the relationship end for you, Lauren, with Jbird?
Well, it was kind of no one's fault. I had a lot of family issues happening at the time, and I just couldn't give my complete focus to Jay, and I didn't think that was fair on either of us. So, unfortunately, it had to end too soon, but it was no one's specific fault.
So the memories.
Yeah. And Jen, how about you? Why did the relationship end?
Well, we were on and off for a few years, but really it was timing for the most part. He went away to school, and then I graduated, and I moved to New York. So we kept in touch, and everything was all good, but I think timing was it, and we were young.
Okay, all right.
Kevin definitely thinks he knows.
Okay, that and the final question actually did a lot for me. I got to tell you that my lead, it's swap places on the final question.
Really?
It's swap places.
And I think I know where it swapped. I saw it on his face.
It's swap places.
His beady eyes did something.
My beady eyes went ding, and I'm like, got it. I got it. I got it.
You got it?
I got it.
I saw
got
when
it.
he got it,
Yep,
too.
I got it.
Do you want to put money on it?
No.
Do you want to make the bit harder and
No.
more convoluted? Okay.
Yes. I was going with Lauren until the final answer, and then all of a sudden I'm swapping it to Jen.
Why do you swap?
Because I think I know a story, and it sounded like that was something I had heard in the past about one of Jbird's relationships, and I think that's who it is. So at the end, she was trailing by a good distance. I'm putting Jen at the first option, Lauren second. No chance it's Kristen.
No chance.
No chance it's Kristen.
Why do you say no chance with Kristen?
I just kept writing X's down when I heard something. I'm like, no. Virginia?
I agree. It's definitely not Kristen. I wanted it to be Lauren because of her description of your package, small but mighty. That made me giggle. And
Be
it's
a great
accurate.
T-shirt, wouldn't it?
I mean, it sounds like she maybe listens to the show, though, and she's heard him say, I don't bring the thunder, but I
could
bring
be.
the passion.
Too cute. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go, it's Jen as well.
Okay. All right. That's what we're saying. We're saying that Jen is Jbird's actual ex-girlfriend. Are we right or not? We'll find out next.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at KVJShow.com.
Okay. Which one has missed out on a chance of eternal happiness with the bird? The one that got away. Is it Kristen, Lauren, or Jen? Which one is Jbird's actual ex-girlfriend? We've grilled them with the questions. And the final question really did it for me. It was Lauren leading until that final question. Then Jen pulled into the lead because she talked about how things just didn't work out. And Jbird had to go to school. She went to New York. I remember a story from the show. I'm like, aha. I think I got that. And other clues, contextual clues that were out there. Somebody said, yeah, Kev, I agree with you on that. And somebody said, Kristen said that she ate fish, and we all know Jbird hates aquatic stuff.
Well, she said that I ordered fish, and as soon as I heard that, I'm like, okay, well, maybe I liked fish then, Virginia.
She got a big old X for that one. I'm like, nah.
You didn't eat no fish.
Yeah.
You don't know that. You don't know what the bird.
Okay. Virginia, we both agree that it's Jen.
I want it to be Lauren, but I think it's Jen.
Okay. Jen, are you Jbird's actual ex-girlfriend?
I am.
She is.
You did it. You did it.
Okay.
Great job, Jen. I know you were a little nervous.
Mm-hmm.
You know he's single, Jen. I don't know if you want to spark it back up again, but are you playing the field these days, girl?
I am not.
Oh.
Yeah. She had to.
Bird misses out again, Virginia.
She's all wifed up.
She's all wifed up.
Yeah.
Wifed up with 3 kids.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Whoa, okay. Yeah, she's locked in. Locked in. All right, you got Lauren and Kristen both doing a great job. Thank you, ladies, for helping us out today. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, you girls did good.
Both of them formerly worked with Lauren is actually our former intern Ariel from back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And former Weird Whatever producer. And then
Okay.
Kristen it worked here as well.
Oh, look at that.
All very good.
Home cooking.
Mm-hmm. All very good. Yeah, people are going, I love that. I love that game, too. It's a good thing Jbird's got so many ex-girlfriends, isn't it, Virginia?
Well, we got to delve into some more recent ones. I mean, we shouldn't go all the way back to your childhood. Why don't we get
the
some...
further back you go, the less pain there is.
Totally.
Let's get some girls in the last 3 years.
Not as fresh.
We're not doing that.
I can reach out to them if you want.
The sad thing is, I know you can.
Yeah, not as fresh.
I don't know. Maybe. We'll talk.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on there. Ow!
Well, it's a fun little promotional idea they got. The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, if you don't know, they're the Miami Marlins Double-A minor league affiliate.
I love the name.
Yeah.
It's an oxymoron. Jumbo Shrimp.
Yeah,
What?
it's cute. It's fun. They got a great stadium right there downtown Jacksonville. And I even remember watching some games where they would outdraw the Marlins a couple years ago. Yeah.
It's sad.
Sad to say.
Get it, Shrimp.
And one of the reasons because of some of the great promotional nights that they have, and they've just unveiled a few coming up this season, including a night that's called Say Yes to Crack Night.
What?
Yes.
Say yes to crack night.
The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp are going to be doing Say Yes to Crack Night.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Where they're going to be saluting plumbers and chiropractors.
I love it. I think it's fun.
Yeah. Say Yes to Crack Night.
You don't like that?
I guess I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not pro crack, but I am pro funny.
Well, there's a Sarasota woman that was saying yes to drugs and now faces multiple charges because she illegally parked in a handicap spot. Big dummy.
That's how they found the drugs? They went to go get her for this parking?
Well, yeah, she was illegally parked in a handicap spot in her Mercedes. And her Mercedes had a truck that belonged to, or her Mercedes car had a license plate that belonged to a Chevy truck. And they're going, well, that doesn't look like a Chevy truck.
No.
And why is it? And she doesn't look handicapped. So they're sitting there going, there's a lot of wrong that is happening here. So they walked over to speak to her, and she wouldn't then identify herself. And they're going, okay, this is just snowballing. And then when they finally figured out who she was, they're like going, oh, we got felony warrants on this woman. So then they started searching the car, and then that's when they found, narco hidden all throughout the car. They got 49 grams of Molly and a bag of weed.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're riding dirty, don't illegally park in a that's the first rule right there. That's the first thing that set it off.
Don't speed, don't run red lights, and don't illegally park in a handicap
Big dummy.
spot.
I've noticed a lot of times with the whacked out news, they do themselves in by doing something stupid.
Yeah, that's it.
Was she getting high on her own supply?
Yeah,
probably,
Another story about idiots doing themselves in. 2 dummies in Pennsylvania were arrested after they did a bunch of drugs and then went for a walk. Now, here's the issue. A cop is watching them as they're trying to cross the street.
Uh-oh.
And they're walking forward, they're walking backwards, they're walking sideways.
That's
and
not
he's
safe.
like, okay, these guys really need to cross before they get hit by a car. Let me go see what's going on. And that's when he realized, oh, they're on something.
But if you're a police officer and someone is on something,
Yeah.
but you really can't prove it, is it just the officer's word?
They give you a test. They'll check your eyes. They'll give you a sobriety test. They'll get you for public intox. They'll get you for drugs, yeah.
So there is a test they can do. Let's say you are on a bunch of cocaine.
Mhm.
There's a way to
They
tell
check
you're
the
on.
pupils, yeah.
All right.
Dilation. Yep. I know. Every time I get busted for coke.
You gotta stop saying that because there's some people who think you really love cocaine.
Good. I need a little bit more element of danger. People think I'm too squeaky clean.
You're right.
I need some rumors out there.
He loves Narcos.
Yeah, I'm getting too safe in my reputation.
Cocaine Kev.
Yeah, I need people to just guess. Be like, I don't know. I think he does a lot of blow, actually. I just got to have some stories out there. There's a guy in Indian River County that got stopped for speeding and claimed he was just going with the flow of traffic. But the only problem is it's Indian River County at 1:30 in the morning. There's no flow of traffic and nobody else is on the road.
Don't.
So there's no reason to drive 73 miles an hour, which is what he was doing. I'm just going with the flow of traffic, man. What traffic? There's a guy in Louisiana got pulled over the other day for driving with expired plates. And he tried to claim it just slipped his mind because he's been really busy. But the only problem is his plates expired 23 years ago.
Oh.
Sounds like a Jbird over here.
The longest I've ever gone was 2 years.
Okay.
Two plus.
You're nowhere. 2 plus.
2 plus.
2 plus 21.
2 plus what?
No. It was a little over 2 years, but it got to the point I had to get my registration.
Another dumb criminal here. A Utah man left his bumper behind after fleeing the scene of an accident.
Yeah, they're going to be able to track you down if you leave that.
Yeah, police couldn't find the man until he called them shortly after the accident saying, yeah, I like my keys in my car. Can you come help me? They're like going, hey, your car's missing a bumper. By the way, we've got a car bumper that matches exactly your vehicle.
What a dummy.
What a dummy. What a dumb dummy.
Next level.
What a dumb. Everybody in the Whacked Out News is very dumb today.
You never have someone wise in the Whacked Out News.
No.
I guess you don't.
This person I'm actually a little sympathetic to. A 70-year-old Wisconsin man was arrested for urinating in a Walmart parking lot. A woman sitting in her car yells at the man, that's nasty. Nobody wants to see that. While peeing, the guy says, I don't care. I really, really have to pee. I guess I'm going to just have to go to jail. She assisted in getting the police on him, where they arrested him, and now he faces several charges, including lewd, lascivious behavior, and disorderly conduct. I'd like to know more to the story, but a guy who himself had to take a leak on the side of the road at the Golden Glades last Friday because there was no exit to get off in that crazy Miami traffic. Sometimes you got to go, Virginia. The guy's
know,
70.
But it's a Walmart parking lot. There's a bathroom right inside.
Okay.
Have you been in a Walmart bathroom?
I have.
I'm just saying. There's a reason why you probably went outside.
I know what you're saying without even saying it.
Okay.
And some senseless violence going on in Vero Beach. A guy there got arrested last month after a woman at a barbecue joked about burning the food. Apparently, you don't do that at a Vero Beach barbecue because he decided to pull out a gun on her.
Oh, my
You
goodness.
burned my chicken!
Yeah.
Dude, chill out.
Now, it's not clear if he's in charge of the grill or just really hungry, but he's facing 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Look at this rib!
Yeah, so note to self if you're going to a Vero barbecue this weekend.
Something tells me there's something else going on in his life.
He's unhinged
I get-
and no longer invited to the barbecue.
I get that food is your life. I understand.
Coming up here in a second, Florida Governor DeSantis has actually named an official drink of the state of Florida. What would you say it should be?
The official drink of the state of Florida should be a rum runner.
Okay, all right. I'm going to go mojito. What about you, Jbird?
Only talking about Tahitian treat.
Tahitian treat. Okay.
Oh, does it have alcohol in it or not? Because that is going to be a difference. His has no alcohol. I always put alcohol in mine.
Could or could not. What do you drink that doesn't have alcohol in it?
Not much.
I was going to say, so.
Water?
So what exactly is this drink? I'll let you know. And I've also got great news for people who love the Claw. New White Claw flavors announced.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'll let you know what it
laws.
is. That's right. Coming up.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
Governor Ron DeSantis has declared that the state of Florida now has an official beverage. To me, if we had an official beverage, I want alcohol in it. And 2, it's got to be something that really just screams Florida. And I think without a doubt, the mojito is the way to go. Now, Virginia, you said rum runner. I'm okay with that because you can find those all over the place. Even in the Panhandle, you'll get them rum runners.
Most people that I find that are from Florida and they're locals, they like a rum drink. They love rum.
I get it.
I think it should have rum in it.
Okay. And Jbird, you were saying Tahitian treat.
Speaking of rum, a little rum with the Tahitian treat doesn't hurt anybody. Well, actually, it will hurt you, but it's good.
I drank 3 gallons. Jbird said it wouldn't hurt me.
Yeah.
I am in pain.
Tahitian treat. If you don't know what that is, it's a low-budget soda. It really it explodes in your mouth like a fruit punch soda.
Yes.
It's very good, very bad for you.
And it has a ton of sugar.
Tons. That's the selling point.
Yeah. The selling point is all the sugar you're going to get. It's
If
not
you-
going to be skimping on sugar.
Now, if you grew up in Lake Park, you know what I'm talking about.
Well, tell me how you feel about this, because the actual choice for the official drink of Florida, according to this executive order, it is the Arnold Palmer half-tea lemonade concoction.
Okay, a lot of people do get that, but what kind of alcohol do you put in it?
Whatever you want, Mama.
Probably vodka.
I wonder. I bet it would probably work with either vodka or gin, maybe.
No one's telling you got to be dry.
Yeah. I guess
If they
you
do,
could.
they're off the list.
I love an Arnold Palmer. Hold the tea.
So you just like the lemonade?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, apparently what this means, being the official drink of the state of Florida and the governor's mansion, is Arnold Palmer will be now served at all official state functions. You'll be able to get an Arnold Palmer if you go to any official state function.
Okay.
Is what that means.
I think the Taste of Little Italy got a real good lemonade stand.
They do.
I remember having some.
Yeah, they always have it.
I love a lemonade stand at a festival.
They also have limoncello, which is really fun.
That's how you make several mistakes.
Yes. Well, talking about fun and mistakes, White Claw. And just in time for spring break. All right.
Oh, no laws and chicken claws.
They just released 3 new flavors: lemon, watermelon, and tangerine, and they just hit stores yesterday.
People are going to go ape poop over these.
Lemon, watermelon, and tangerine.
It's perfect spring flavors.
Yeah.
Ready to make all kind of mistakes.
So the claw, you don't make mistakes because you have a couple claws. You make mistakes because claws are easy to go down and you drink 20 of them. That's where the mistakes happen. They're light.
Yeah, I'm very careful, and we do. I've got White Claw in my fridge right now, back on the claw. But I make sure, yeah, I do it. But yeah, my wife, she really watches. She's like, no more than 2. So I gotta
no more than 2.
I do.
It's so fun when people are counting your drinks.
Oh, they do. They're watching, always judging, always counting. Virginia.
It's no way to live.
This is what I'm happy when I'm not married.
Yeah.
Hey, no one's counting my drinks.
Yeah, I got a 2 White Claw limit. Yeah, so they got 8 flavors for you now. The 5 they already had out: black cherry, mango, grapefruit, lime, and raspberry. And they also have the non-flavored version of Pure that's supposed to taste like vodka soda.
Oh, that sounds great. Vodka soda? No thanks.
Yeah, so there you go. That's your beverage choices. Yeah, it is spring break's going to start raging on. You had the first wave. A lot of the Michigan students were down for that. And so now you've got the other waves are going to start hitting South Florida coming up this week.
Our old asses need to take our act down to Fort Lauderdale and just have one last ride.
Yeah, blow it out. Where would you go?
I don't know anything about Fort Lauderdale. You were going to be my guide.
Well, there's a lot of tall buildings. So
baby, give me a couple of the claws. Give me a couple of the whisks. We're good. Whiskeys, yeah.
Okay.
You know.
White Claw, add whiskey.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
I dare you. You won't do it.
Well, you know I will. And then Kevin won't drink nearly as much. He'll be annoyed with me. I get it.
He'll have to watch you.
Yes, well, maybe we can load Jbird up with a couple White Claws and then set him loose for round 2 versus the IRS. Apparently, Jbird had a call with the IRS that did not go well, Virginia.
Really?
We'll find out what happened next. Apparently, Jbird had a very tough conversation with the IRS yesterday that did not end well, Virginia.
Well, the last time you gave us an IRS update, they were saying that you had to come see them in person to prove who you were because they didn't believe you.
No, that wasn't even what happened. I called them, and I got a very rude person who basically was kind of talked down to me the whole time, and I admitted. I said, "Look, I don't know what's going on here. I'm not good with the IRS stuff. Can you help me out?" I was very kind, very polite, and he just wasn't having it. He just was. You could tell when someone's not on your side. Well, so I swear to you, I called yesterday, and I was on the phone for a good 25 minutes. I start talking to somebody, and then they drop off on me. I have to call them back. So now I get somebody completely different, and I'm going through all of the issues, and I think it was that same jerky guy. If not, they have a lot of jerky guys working at the IRS.
It's possible.
Because he was being so rude about everything and interrupting and then going, no, you're not listening to me. You're doing it wrong. No, that's not what you're going to, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, hold on. And I wouldn't even say anything. I'd say one word. He goes, hold on. Before you say something else, here's what we're going to do. And it was at a point where I'm like, who the hell do you think you are? So I finally go, why are you acting like a jerk, man? He's like, I'm not acting like a jerk. I go, you are acting like a jerk. And then he hung up on me.
You've been flagged.
I think I've been flagged. I swear to you on everything. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't do anything until I called him a jerk.
He's going to get you audited.
But now I'm scared.
You should be.
Because I'm afraid the IRS is going to crush me.
Oh, they're definitely going to come for you. No. If you made him so mad that he hung up on you.
Well, I think because I called him a jerk. Because he was acting like a jerk, Virginia. I would never call someone a jerk.
Now, we got several emails or texts, that people sent in saying the IRS, legit IRS, doesn't call people. They mail you a notice and ask you to take action.
No, they didn't call me. I called them. There's a few numbers you can call.
Yeah, you can call the IRS.
Okay.
That's absolutely a fact. Right. Because usually you get put on hold for a while.
Well, that's what had happened was I had talked to somebody. I was put on hold, started talking again, and then they dropped off the first time.
Ugh.
Yeah, that was a good 25 minutes in. So you call back, and then just because I'm in desperate need of help.
Right.
And I just said, sir, could you please help me out? And just you would have thought I was asking him for an organ.
If it ended with him hanging up and you calling him a jerk, they're definitely going to audit you. And this
you
is
think so? I mean,
that's why I emailed Kev. I go, are they really? Can they really do that? Because they got butt hurt.
Do they bring personal grudges into how they handle
Kevin? Everybody does at every job.
But you're the IRS though.
I'm telling you, they're just like they're human. They're not some magical above all the fray person. They're human just like you, and they have the power to audit you or not.
Yeah, the weird thing was I just asked him a question because I couldn't understand.
Well, keep this in mind. Everybody that calls them is all pissed off, and they get yelled at all day. And so he's probably already pissy, and he's probably already being a jerk.
Well, he was, because I just asked him a question because I was confused because he was speaking so fast, and either his phone, it must have been my phone. I couldn't understand what he was saying, and I just said, so does that mean I have to block? He goes, you're not listening to me. You're just not listening to me. After one question, he was so mad after not much talking. And it's the same experience I had over the last time. It was very impatient. So I called him a jerk.
Have you ever thought about hiring someone to handle all of your tax affairs?
Honestly, I already sat down. I've done my taxes. I got a guy that I got to talk to that I met at an event last week. That
Zero vetting.
No,
I met him at a Taco Bell.
No, he knows producer Brittany from the Weird and Whatever podcast. I had a face-to-face conversation with him. He listens to the show. What could go wrong?
Because if you have a good tax guy, these guys take it upon themselves to handle your affairs, and they speak on your behalf, and you give them that power to do that. My guy once told me, yeah, I'll call the IRS for you, but I'm going to be on hold for, 45 minutes. We call them, we put our phone on hold, and we do our business while we're waiting. But if they know what they're doing, they can handle all this for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you obviously don't know what you're doing, and you don't need to be getting in a situation where you're calling the guy a jerk and he's hanging up on you. That's not good.
I'm definitely not going to take advice from somebody about calling people jerks or whatever. Whatever.
I would never.
You tried to fight a listener, Virginia.
I was drunk. I would never
Yeah.
call
So I
the-
get a pass.
I would never call the IRS guy on the phone a jerk because they have too much power. I've already been audited.
You're insane. They can't audit you because you had a fight with them on the phone. That's illegal. You can't do it. You're trying to scare me and it's not working. You can't. You can't do that.
All
that
right.
guy cannot audit me. Audit me. There's nothing illegal there. There's nothing illegal going on in my
I've
world.
been audited twice and I wasn't doing anything illegal either.
If he wants to have a nice sunny Friday and wants to audit me,
It's raining outside.
Audit away. There's nothing to find. I'm clean, bro.
I know, but even if you are clean, it is a big, giant hassle, and it sucks.
Everyone's saying Virginia's trying to scare you. They're not going to audit you because you got into a fight with the tax person.
Somebody's want to know if you've ever heard of H&R Block, that maybe they could help you out.
Well, yeah, but
Have you ever had a prepperer?
I've already gone there. We're past all that.
Okay, so pass that one. And Candace said, I've been through this. You got to go to the local office, and they're not any nicer or helpful, but that's how you get something done.
Well, the last guy said, I go, so you want me to go to the office then? Because he's like, I can't help you over the phone. I said, go to the office. Don't go to the office. I go, then what are you trying to tell me?
Oh, my gosh.
Wow. Okay.
Zach's got a comment in the chat room. I love when Virginia acts like she knows everything. Whatever.
I'm just telling you, I've been audited, and I know these people have the power.
Okay.
They do. They flag you
So
for
you're thinking
nothing.
Jbird is screwed because he called the guy a jerk.
They owe me 2 years of money. I'm not in the wrong on this one. Something happened to where some kind of clerical thing happened. They can't figure it out, and they don't know who I am now. They've already sent me one check. I don't know.
All right. Well, never mind. You seem like you got it together. I won't try to help your ass.
Well, I'm definitely bringing it up not to get your advice.
All right. Well, then I'll shut up.
I do not believe
Can
you.
I go the F home? I got stuff to do.
I do not believe you're going to be quiet.
Oh, good luck. We're all rooting for you, Jbird.
I don't know if I am.
Oh,
I'm
come
rooting
on.
for the IRS now.
All right, can we just end this squabble?
Get him.
Can we?
Audit his ass.
Come on, pink lemonade dress. Come on, you're making me thirsty.
Well, there's another big event in South Florida that has been canceled because of the coronavirus. Yesterday, we told you about the Ultra Music Fest. They broomed that.
But then it kind of made sense because a lot of people come from other countries to Ultra, and a lot of those countries are now like on travel ban.
Yeah, I was in a discussion yesterday on Twitter, and I kind of made that comment when somebody's asking about it, and the person responded to one tweet I'd sent out saying, well, then what's the problem with Disney and Universal? You have all kinds of international tourists that are coming there, and they're not shutting down Disney and Universal. Why do we got to shut down the Ultra Music Fest? They think it's because the city of Miami didn't want it anyway. This just gave them a good excuse to do it.
That could be possible.
Yeah.
And I've heard rumors that they're going to shut down amusement parks. Now, I don't know if it's just Twitter rumors.
Yeah.
But those are definitely flying around on Twitter.
So what's next? Got another big old event shut down here in South Florida because of the coronavirus. I'll tell you about next.
Look at you listening to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF. Lucky.
Yesterday on the show, we were talking about the coronavirus and the effect it's just going to have on you, whether you're freaked out about it or not. The coronavirus is going to affect you. Even if you don't get it, it is starting to affect what is going on in our world. Yesterday, we were telling you about the Ultra Music Festival. Has been postponed at least, but it sounds like it's just not going to be happening for 2020. So if you love EDM music festivals, this is very disappointing to you.
Leave us alone, Corones.
Mm-hmm. I like to say that.
I like when we're quiet after he says something.
It's tough. As someone that's live on the air, when you hear something.
Cricket.
Just silence. It's tough.
So now there's another event that they've canceled. City of Miami leaders this morning decided to cancel the KVJ Show Music Festival because of the coronavirus.
When was that supposed to be?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
It comes up in the spring. I don't have the exact calendar in front of me.
Come on, Kev. What time of day does this
And
go?
I try to have all these details. Yeah.
You always ask him the weirdest question. You grill him like he's on the stand.
Well,
I'm always trying to prep to get every little detail. Blame Suits. He told me the story.
I'm a wife. This is what we do.
Yeah,
We got a lot of questions for your ass.
No idea, but it's not happening. I know Hialeah, they've canceled everything for the whole month of March. No city events at all.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's just kind of it. So, I mean, You may be like, hey, I'm not freaked out by the coronavirus, but it doesn't matter because, things are going to start affecting you.
I've heard someone once say, leave us alone, corones.
Kevin, give him the crickets, please.
I don't know. Silence is so much more damaging.
The sounds of silence.
So much more hurtful.
Well, so people are kind of now freaking out about Amazon packages that you're getting delivered to your door because an Amazon employee in Seattle contracted the coronavirus, and people worried about now getting packages delivered. They said at Amazon that the employee is the first among its U.S. workforce to get the coronavirus, but the Surgeon General is saying that there is no evidence right now that the coronavirus can spread through the mail.
Okay, yes, but I also heard in the same exact news program last night, after they were talking about the Amazon worker, they said the coronavirus can live on surfaces for up to 9 days. So, I mean, if somebody's packing your box and they ship it to you and you get 2-day prime shipping and they got the corones, you could open the box 3 days later and be touching something that has the corones on it.
I was talking to one of my friends. They were telling me about the baby Yodas. You can't. They're trying to. I don't think you can get them right now because they are made out of China.
Yeah, that's right.
Was that not right? Is that a bad story?
No.
There's an embargo. Like nothing is going to or coming from China. I heard this guy have a meltdown at the post office yesterday because he was trying to send something to China and it came back to him and they're like, nope, sorry. Nothing's going, nothing's coming.
Well, that's what they had done in that Simpsons cartoon from 1993. Everybody's trying to say it was actually about the coronavirus, and it wasn't. It was a package of something was in China, and you can see the funk getting in the box, and Homer opens it up, and now Homer's got it. And so, that's going to be the big debate. Can you get stuff? And I mean, there are other products. We'd talked about that where Diet Coke, too, the sweetener is coming from China. And so Diet Coke, if you like that, it's going to be something you're not going to be able to get.
A lot of those surgical masks made in China. You're wearing them to try to keep from getting the corones. And
right.
You don't know that they don't got the corones on
irony.
them. Oh, the irony.
Oh, the irony. Yeah. In fact, they're asking Americans about the whole quarantine thing because some people are finding themselves being, what do you mean I got to stay locked up for 2 weeks? I got stuff to do. They asked, should people be quarantined for the coronavirus? The people that are being quarantined, should they have to wear ankle monitors to make sure that they don't leave? So that'd be it, because some people might violate the quarantine and be going, you can't hold me down.
I could see someone saying, Bird, you might have the corones. You got to go in for 2 weeks. You can't leave. And then me forgetting that I've got the corones and then leave and accidentally infect a good part of Palm Beach County.
40% of Americans say yes. If you're quarantined, you should have to wear an ankle monitor so that you can't leave and we can track you.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That is.
Yeah, it's nuts, and there's just all kinds of stuff you're seeing all over the place. Just to kind of give you a heads up, too, washing your hands, that's all over. They talked about the songs to wash your hands, too.
I want to thank the people who have been trying out Bone Thugs and Harmony Crossroads. The chorus of Crossroads totally is the right time.
I don't think I know the chorus.
Really?
Yeah.
See you at the crossroads, you walk alone there, and I'm going to miss everybody, and I'm going to miss every long gone.
Yeah, I don't even know the chorus. I mean, after See You at the Crossroads, I'm done. I rinse and then I go out with coronavirus all over my hands.
Say that for 20 seconds.
You killed Kevin.
And listen to this. Men are a lot worse at bathroom hygiene. They would prevent the coronavirus than women.
Shocking.
They found only 31% of men are washing their hands after using a public restroom compared to 65% of women. Come on, fellas. What are we doing? That's insane. And they say some of the guys, 35% of the guys who are even trying to do it are just wetting their hands and walking out.
They're not doing it right.
You gotta soap it up, baby.
I'm good.
They're not putting in a real effort.
Yeah. And then do you see where people are trying to make their own hand sanitizer? And Tito's had to step up and say, don't use Tito's. Because Good Housekeeping ran this article to say that you can make your own hand sanitizer, and all you had to do is combine vodka, aloe, and essential oils, but the hand sanitizer has to be 60% alcohol to be effective, and most vodkas are only 40%. So Tito's is saying, look, yeah, it could boost our sales, but don't waste perfect good vodka because you're not going to make a good hand sanitizer anyway, and you're just going to be wasting a great beverage you should be drinking.
There's a very funny clip. It's a montage of all of these officials saying, guys, you cannot put your hands on your face or in your mouth, and within seconds, they're touching and rubbing their face. It's such a funny clip.
It's so hard to do if you're talking about not touching your face and then you're thinking about it.
Right.
Like afterwards, you kind of have to hold your hands at your side and really try not to touch your face.
Just as you were talking, I'm not kidding you, I rubbed my nose 2 times.
I watched you.
Yeah. If you want to see that video, we tweeted it out earlier, so you can go to KVJ Show's Twitter and watch it, because they're going, the biggest thing you got to do is not touch your face, and they're hitting a bell, ding. And it's within like 3 seconds.
There's one guy who basically guys, seriously, you got to stop touching your hand 2 seconds, or your face. He starts rubbing his face.
Yeah. Somebody sent in a text. They said, I was supposed to have an important business dinner tonight with the CEO coming in from out of town. And somebody I work with heard me like, just go like that, told my boss, and now I've been uninvited to the dinner.
Oh.
They want to know, like, can you go out and get a coronavirus test today to prove that they don't have coronavirus so they can go to this important business dinner?
That sucks.
That really, I mean, imagine that if you're like going, okay, this is going to be great for my career. And you go, and somebody's like, I heard her coughing. I don't want her at dinner. I could be somebody awful and evil in your office just wants to sabotage your own personal career.
Yeah,
I had to cough when I was walking Chewy, and I'm walking into the door, and my neighbor was out. I'm like, hold your cough. Just hold it until you get in, because I was afraid they were going to think I had the corona.
We had that email yesterday. Somebody had a peanut stuck in their throat, and they were like that, trying to get out of their throat, walking into the gas station. They're going, put the money on the counter and just back away and get out. I don't want coronavirus.
I mean, that's over the top.
But just know that if you're out and about and you're coughing, people are going to be freaking out.
Now I'm touching my face and coughing.
Kevin, you're a mess.
I believe if you are coughing, if you walk into a Walmart or somewhere and you're coughing and you don't stop, someone's gonna get real mad at you.
They're going to get very mad at you. They're going to get mad at you from afar, but they're going to yell at you.
I was going to say, they'd beat you up. I don't know want to.
They're not going to touch you, but they're going to yell at you.
Throw cans
from
at
a
you.
distance.
Yeah, I don't have the answer for the person asking. Can you go out today and get yourself a coronavirus test and have a
That's a great question. Like, I wonder if MD now has them.
They got to a close of business today to prove they don't have coronavirus to be able to go to this business meeting tonight.
Go to MD now and ask them, hey, can you get me the coronavirus test so I can show my employer that I don't have it?
I would be, if I was looking forward to this and this is like a big meeting, like I need in front of the face of this CEO or whatever they might be, and somebody saying that I have coronavirus and I shouldn't go. Ooh.
As a guy who's been blackballed from employee meetings before,
yes.
You know the pain.
Oh, I know the pain.
And you know the damage it can do to your career.
It can.
When you're not allowed to have that FaceTime with the boss.
You need to be there. And then DeSantis is saying that we've got a potential shortage of testing kits.
Uh-oh.
And apparently in the state of Florida, we're going to be running low. They say they got enough kits to test more than 75,000 people. We don't have more than 75,000 people in the state, do we?
You're adorable.
Wow. Okay, so if we really need to start testing people in Florida, we're way low.
Gosh.
Can you imagine that if you actually did have an emergency like that and you wanted to get a test? They might charge you $8,000.
Well, that's what I was reading. There was somebody posting on Twitter who lives in Seattle, and they had the symptoms of the coronas. And they were going around trying to get tested, and nobody had a test.
Right.
And they kept sending them home. And the person's like, I think I have the corona, but no one can tell me.
We don't know if you have the corona, sir. Can you please leave?
Yeah, it's basically what it was.
That's what's happening. And these people, like I said, people want to ostracize you, quarantine you, slap an ankle monitor on you, and you're like, I just coughed.
And if you work in the ER, are you freaking out? Because every time somebody walks in coughing, a lot of people that have the virus are healthcare workers that were treating people that had the virus.
Oh, geez.
That's scary.
So he's saying my husband has a cough and everybody is running from him.
Yes.
Like, he just walks out anywhere. People just take off running.
I'm telling you, people, do not cough in public right now. Y'all need to all be sucking on lozenges. No coughing.
You might just don't leave.
I mean, what are
if
we
you've
doing?
got any kind of cough, stay home.
Yeah,
people
I guess
are going to
so.
be pissed at you.
All right, tough stuff.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Bad news for the person who texted in and said, hey, yeah, my CEO is supposed to be in town, and somebody in my office heard me cough, told our local manager, and now I've been uninvited from the dinner. They don't want to give the CEO coronavirus. Dang. And they're like, can I go get a test today somewhere and get the results by close of business so I can go to this? Somebody said, I think it takes 24 hours, and somebody else said that there's no real rapid test, and you got to go to either the health department or the CDC to test for it.
Oh, my gosh.
Hey, it's the weekend.
Jeez. Gosh. Unbelievable. So, yeah, it's just driving people crazy.
Think about all the hypochondriac people, though, and how many are trying to get the test right now in Florida.
Sure, yeah.
It may be 75,000 people, bam, right there this weekend that want to be tested.
They're trying to get it.
And I don't test well.
Yes.
He always fails.
Don't forget, we got daylight saving time. You got to fall back, lose an hour, be miserable on Sunday. So just to give you that heads up, plan for the extra hour. It does jack with your body. I hate it.
It
Still
does.
about it.
But then don't we get like longer sun in the day?
At night, yeah.
Yes.
I want to keep it like that forever. Can
I
we
know.
not switch back in the fall, please?
Let's hope they can get it done, Virginia. It would
Stay
be
like
nice.
that, because then we can enjoy being outside and enjoy Florida and not have it be dark so early.
I agree. All right, we got the After the Show podcast coming up. Jbird, before we get there, if you'd wrap it up with our thought.
If you want to change... Wait, what?
Uh-oh.
What?
Somebody tripped and fell coming out the gate.
Take two.
You may want to get a new quote.
No, I mean, but I think it's a typo on the quote. Doesn't that seem like a typo?
It is a typo.
Okay, wow.
But it seems like it fits you.
If you want to change the world, go home and love your family. Oh.
How good are these quotes if they've got typos in them? I mean, where are you getting these
Where
from?
are you getting these?
Look,
budgetquotes.com.
It's from MT, Mother Teresa. Ever hear of her?
She didn't say it that way. That's all jacked
Who's
up.
rewriting Mother Teresa?
The music ran out. We gotta go.
Oh, we gotta go.
Do you want to watch the KVJ Show live or on demand? Find us on youtube.com/KVJ Show.